Welcome to our travel documentary on Peru, brought to you by Prom Peru. Peru has an entire world of exploration to offer you and your clients. From beautiful beaches, archaeological sites of native cultures and the Spanish conquest, the rich Amazonian rainforest, soaring Andes mountains, and more recently the exploration of cuisine in Peru's capital, Lima, and the entire country. In fact, Anthony Bourdain has declared Lima the gastronomical capital of South America. During our program, we will be exploring south-central Peru, from the capital of Lima on the Pacific coast to the Amazon jungle in Puerto Maldonado. And finally, we will journey to Cusco, some 11,000 feet up in the Andes, also considered the gateway to the Sacred Valley in Machu Picchu. Throughout our journey, you will see that Peru offers your clients the 5-star service and properties you would expect from Virtuoso suppliers, amongst some of the most dramatic, remote, and rugged terrains in the world. We begin our journey with an easy flight from Lima to Puerto Maldonado. Upon your client's arrival, you will instantly feel you have left civilization far behind. Inkaterra Amazónica will greet your clients at the airport and provide a transfer to their butterfly house, where they will register as a guest. From the butterfly house, the journey across Puerto Maldonado only takes a few minutes by small bus. Upon reaching the banks of the Madre de Dios River, your clients will descend to riverboats awaiting them, and they'll make the transformation from traveler to Amazonian explorer. Deeper into the Amazon, the bow of the boat glides through the muddy waters, to eventually arrive at an oasis surrounded by jungle.
Welcome to Inkaterra!
Inkaterra Amazónica is within Tambopada National Reserve. Traveling to Tambopada National Reserve offers a rare opportunity to discover a lively biodiversity of birds, mammals, reptiles, insects, and trees. Record-setting numbers of animal species are concentrated within small areas, and the variety of plant life is greater than almost anywhere in the world. To help you experience the wonder of this enchanting place, the staff have prepared a number of experiences for your clients to choose from. Shorter walks from the isolated lodge.
The trees around here, they have like a 40, 45, 50 years old. So that is the age of that tree.
Full morning and afternoon excursions that require another riverboat trip, to hiking and wildlife viewing locations such as Lake Sandoval, where guests can see a plethora of wildlife both large and small. A beautiful heron seeks its next meal just inches from your client's canoe. Bats flutter like leaves to camouflage their presence on the lake's edge. Monkeys jump from tree to tree seeking bird eggs.
Oh my goodness, I felt so at peace, calm. It was just a wonderful experience.
Another popular activity is the exhilarating canopy walk over 100 feet above the rainforest floor.
Welcome to the Treetop Canopy!
Wow, I mean, being, at the top of the trees is just amazing. You get a bird's eye view, literally, of this whole experience, and it's pretty spectacular.
Woohoo! I made it!
Welcome to the Amazon at night.
A great activity on your client's first evening, just before dinner in the main lodge, is a walk through the jungle at night. Teeming with wildlife, every few paces provide a change in sounds and sights, from tarantulas, a never-sleeping colony of ants, to any number of creepy crawlies. Here we see a beautiful anteater looking for its evening meal. Inkaterra Amazónica's lodge consists of individual cabins with a traditional bathroom and shower. Due to limited hours of electricity in the evening and morning, lanterns are used throughout the property and your personal cabin. They are lit each day by the staff. The main lodge has a fully stocked bar and several alcoves for friends and groups to meet, or pet a wild tapir that's let itself in. cabin on the river's edge is dedicated to massage. Your clients may also want to visit the Nature Center, where there are informative displays and groups gather for activities. After exploring the Amazon, it's time to move further up in elevation. A short 45-minute flight brings us to Cusco, the former capital of the Incan Empire, at an elevation of about 11,000 feet. Cusco, the colonial heart of Peru and gateway to the ancient Inca citadel of Machu Picchu, is a historic city. How we see it today is based mostly on the Spanish conquest. However, at every turn, the foundations of the Inca Empire are apparent in the form of ruins, and walls still used today with modern buildings resting atop of them. Plaza de Armas is the center of Cusco, with 2 cathedrals. From here, small streets and alleys radiate out, where guests can find smaller squares, and locals going about their daily routines. Just 2 blocks away from the plaza are 2 unique Virtuoso properties, the Palacio Nazarenas and Monasterio. The 55 all-suite Orient Express Palacio Nazarenas opened in 2012. The extensive refurbishment included an excavation that produced a profusion of artifacts and historic finds. Housed in a former 16th century convent, the all-suite property with whitewashed adobe walls and hand-carved timber balconies occupies a small cobblestone plaza near the very center of town. The interiors are accented with Persian rugs, exposed stone walls, and heated Peruvian marble bathrooms. Hotel Monasterio sits right beside the former convent of Palacio Nazarenas. The Monasterio is one of the most luxurious and historic hotels in South America, from the flower-filled entrance courtyard to the colonial-era aesthetic. Authentic paintings dating from the 16th and 17th centuries hang on the walls. Wood-beam ceilings, ancient stone floors, and religious artifacts dominate the bedrooms and suites. Rooms on the second floor look out to the 300-year-old cedar tree at the center of the old courtyard, where many guests sit with soothing coca tea. Both properties contain a chapel for weddings. The Monasterio's chapel is richly decorated in centuries-old paintings, with a stunning gold altar. Exploring the alleys and streets around these 2 Virtuoso properties is where the fun begins. Whether it is simply enjoying the surrounding architecture, a mix of colonial and Inca buildings, watching local Peruvians dressed in traditional clothing, or the fantastic shopping available, there's something for everybody. One of Peru's national treasures is the artist Antonio Olave. His gallery, just a few blocks from both Virtuoso properties, specializes in Peruvian pottery. He paints intricate designs on his vases, plates, bowls, and other types of pieces. You can actually see the artist here taking a siesta. The Workshop Museum of Hilario Mendivil is another not-to-miss quirky museum and gift shop. Housed within 2 beautiful courtyards, decorated with interesting murals, statues, and poems by the renowned artist Hilario Mendivil, his family, and friends. The actual museum consists of just 1 room filled with Mendivil's colorful statues of religious figures and saints, with their signature long necks.
Cusco is probably one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen in South America. It's kept its colonial culture without bringing in all the modern technology. The buildings are gorgeous. It's so clean, it's just beautiful. It's a must-see.
If your clients work up an appetite from exploring the streets of Cusco, why not escape to the hills surrounding the city for a picnic? Cicciolina, perhaps the most famous restaurant in Cusco, can provide every aspect of a gourmet experience, from fresh hand cloths to brightly colored trout appetizers. Sweet potatoes served with roasted tomatoes and olive oil, quinoa fritters with herbed yogurt salsa, alpaca terrine, brightly colored sweet potato and beetroot chips, just to name a few courses, served with regional wines to top it all off. And of course, no picnic would be complete without wild Sacco cheesecake and mint jelly fruit parfaits.
Amazing. Best meal I've had in a long time.
Probably the best way to walk off such a feast is to explore the nearby ruins of Sacsayhuaman, overlooking the ancient capital of the Incan Empire, Cusco. This fortress more than likely held many functions, both ceremonial and strategically. It will give your guests a first and impressive glimpse of the large polished, dry stone walls that are a trademark of Incan construction. The joints of these large stones are so perfectly fit, without mortar, that a piece of paper cannot fit between them. The site today lies in ruins, and many of the original structures are not present, but the vast size of the remaining walls, enclosing a large plaza and view of the city below, make this site unforgettable and jaw-dropping. Perhaps the quintessential experience in visiting Peru is a pilgrimage to its greatest icon, Machu Picchu. The journey to Machu Picchu begins for many guests in the Sacred Valley, about a 2-hour drive from Cusco. While driving from Cusco through the Sacred Valley, many stunning vistas of the Andes will appear. One point of interest your clients won't want to miss are the pre-Inca salt ponds and mine in the village of Maras. In this remote location, on a steep hillside, flows a highly saline stream that is directed into and over 1,000 small ponds, where the water evaporates and the salt is collected. It offers a unique vantage point to the surrounding hills and mountains, and a glimpse at an ancient process still being used today. The Sacred Valley is synonymous with the Urubamba Valley. Following the Urubamba River, we discover an ancient town and the archaeological site of Ollantaytambo. This was the royal estate of Emperor Pachacutec, who conquered the region, built the town, and a ceremonial center. To your clients, this site is a fantastic glimpse of what awaits them at Machu Picchu. Guests can climb the many stairs and terraces leading to an impressive overlook of the valley. The overlook is really the incomplete Sun Temple, known for its wall of 6 monoliths. Your clients will be awestruck by the Incan building techniques and the mystery of just how such enormous stones were moved into position far above the valley floor. From this site, you see other Inca ruins and storehouses impressively built upon the adjoining hillsides. After a full day of exploring, your clients will wish to relax in the comfort they expect from their Virtuoso properties. 2 properties can be found nearby in the Urubamba or Sacred Valley. Tambo del Inka is a new and expansive resort and spa on the banks of the Urubamba River, surrounded by waterfall-fed pools. The size and quality of the service here can support large groups and weddings. The impressive spa includes an indoor and outdoor infinity pool and hot tub. The remarkable architecture consists of towering stone fireplaces, supporting arched wooden beam ceilings, with windows to match to allow in all of the surrounding Andean nature. Throughout the entire property are rooms and suites with warm, earthy tones, soft woods, and gentle lighting. The property offers a private train station for the Hiram Bingham train, which departs to Machu Picchu daily. For your clients looking for a more intimate and boutique feel to their Virtuoso property, there is Sol y Luna just down the road. Each room feels like its own avant-garde mini-lodge. The architecture, colorful and dramatic art, inspires magic and contemplation. Beautiful and well-tended gardens, a stable for horseback riding, and a formal and informal restaurant can be found on the property. The property uniquely funds the Sol y Luna Foundation, supporting education and schools in the valley. As your clients begin their journey to what may be a destination of a lifetime, Machu Picchu, they may choose to travel there in their own private train car. The Inca Rail's Princess Car with presidential service is not offered regularly. By special request, your clients can experience an exquisite journey. Upon boarding, passengers are served champagne. And during their 1.5-hour journey, they will experience an exceptional culinary menu, premium drinks and tapas.
In my opinion, this is the only way to come to Machu Picchu. It has been an amazing experience so far.
The train features overstuffed chairs, skylights, and a French balcony, and can accommodate up to 12 guests.
Boy, do I feel special. It's exquisite, such a wonderful experience. You can feel the pureness of the countryside. countryside. And I think the wonderful thing about it is the quiet as you go. You can have conversations as well as a wonderful meal, wonderful service, and truly remarkable experience.
The train departs Ollantaytambo and arrives at the base of Machu Picchu in the town of Aguas Calientes up to 3 times daily. Welcome to Machu Picchu. Buses deliver your guests to the top of Machu Picchu via a 20-minute ride on switchbacks. Once they arrive, they will be transported back in time. There's no definitive understanding as to why Machu Picchu was built, or its exact purpose, which may have changed over time. One fact is certain, it was never truly lost. Hiram Bingham rediscovered the overgrown site for the Western world in 1911. Its original construction is believed to have occurred between 1438 and 1478 as a possible state for the Emperor Pachacutec, or perhaps with a greater ceremonial significance to the Incan society as a whole at the time. Still other theories explain Machu Picchu as trading outposts built to control conquered regions. But one point remains, much of the architecture is spiritually based, with ceremonial structures within the site. Impressively, Machu Picchu was built in the classical Inca style, with polished dry stone walls, without the use of mortar. Its many terraces supported farming for a small community. Herded llamas roam the site for outstanding photos. And perhaps the most famous vantage and photographic site is from what is called the guardhouse. It's quite a little hike up the ruins, but certainly worth the effort and time.
Machu Picchu is incredible. These ruins are amazing. I can't even imagine the technology that they had they lacked back then to be able to create all of this. Pretty incredible.
Your clients may wish to reside further back in the Urubamba Valley while making a day trip to Machu Picchu, but some amazing options exist for residing at the base or even the summit of Machu Picchu. The Machu Picchu Sanctuary Lodge is just steps away from these ancient ruins, allowing guests not only to live and dine in luxury at such an unexpected perch, but arrive before all the crowds to experience the sunrise. At the base of Machu Picchu, situated at Aguas Calientes train station, is Inkaterra Machu Picchu Pueblo Hotel, an oasis of waterfalls and gardens. The hotel provides the feeling of a villa in its amenities with warm fireplaces, intimate alcoves, and plunge pools. There's no better way to celebrate a visit to Machu Picchu than to experience the fusion cuisine of Peru in the main dining room, overlooking the Urubamba River, or Cafe Inkaterra, both inside the hotel. If your clients cannot get enough of Machu Picchu, recommend a visit to the Las Casa Concha Museum back in Cusco. The museum documents Hiram Bingham's initial excavation of Machu Picchu in 1911 and displays many of the 4,000 artifacts originally found there and recently returned from the United States, Yale University, after years of negotiation and direct appeals to President Obama. The current curator, Jean-Jaqcues Decoster, is an anthropologist and expert on Machu Picchu. Not only might you arrange a private tour of the museum with him, but if you are looking for one of the best guides to accompany your clients to Machu Picchu, you may contact him at the museum to inquire about guiding your groups to Machu Picchu. After a thorough exploration of Cusco and the Sacred Valley, it may be time to explore what Anthony Bourdain described as the culinary center of South America, Lima. Lima, Peru has much to offer the traveler and also acts as an obvious gateway into the country. As its largest city and capital, it's a coastal city that offers surfing, paragliding, and plenty of Spanish colonial history. At its center is Plaza Mayor, or the Plaza de Armas of Lima. Here your clients can view the government palace and the Cathedral of Lima. The cathedral marks the final burial place of Francisco Pizarro, the Spanish conquistador who conquered the Inca Empire and founded Lima in 1535. Just a few blocks from here is Casa Aliaga, perhaps one of the oldest colonial homes still intact in the Americas today. It belonged to the conquistador, Jeronimo de Aliaga. Amazingly, the original Aliaga family still resides in the house. A larger section of the home is open to your clients to explore, or even better, begin their culinary tour of Lima. You can arrange a breakfast, lunch, or dinner in the main dining room. The house is said to be haunted, and at every turn, history jumps out at the visitor, especially when viewing Jeronimo's sword and faded portrait on the wall. Now, if your clients are looking for that extra special culinary experience, why not have them spend part of their day with Penélope Alzamora, a renowned Peruvian chef from Lima, who has been featured in Marie Claire, Vogue, and Travel and Leisure, just to name a few.
Welcome, I'm Penelope, and welcome to the Mercado de San Isidro, or the Market of San Isidro.
Penelope will be happy to take your clients food shopping at the San Isidro Market, one of Lima's premier outdoor markets. Here she shows off the vendor's freshest fish, octopus, and scallops.
I've been to markets all around the world, and this is probably one of the most orderly and clean markets I've ever been to. It's just a real beautiful market.
Penelope is a treasure trove of knowledge and explains many of the unique fruits and vegetables coming out of the Amazon and their medicinal and culinary uses.
And everything. And also we go the Peruvian Viagra. It's supposed to give you a lot of energy in that area. We don't know that, but it cannot hurt. Yes, of course.
After a thorough exploration of the market, Penelope will invite your clients back to her home and personally prepare a meal in her kitchen with them.
Hola, welcome to my home and my kitchen. This is Penelope.
But no formal instruction can begin without first having a cocktail. In this case, the Pisco Sour, the famous cocktail of Lima and Peru. Made from Pisco, a clear grape brandy. Our first course will be baked sea scallops with garlic, butter, cheese, a little bit of Pisco, then in the oven for a minute or two at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Very easy. Next, traditional ceviche, cubes of raw fish, chile, onion, garlic, and of course the lime juice to cold cook the fish. And finally, a scrumptious meal is served in one of the warmest and genuine surroundings your clients could experience anywhere in the world. Thank you, Penelope. A popular location for residents and visitors is the Bohemian Barranco district. The district is considered to be the city's most romantic and bohemian, being the home and working place of many Peru's leading artists, musicians, designers, and photographers. The name Barranco, Spanish for ravine, is descriptive of its topography, featuring homes and restaurants in and around a ravine near a cliff leading down to the beach. For your clients looking for a more cerebral experience, there is the fascinating Larco Museum. Founded in 1926, the Larco Museum showcases remarkable chronological galleries, providing an excellent overview of 3,000 years of development of Peruvian and pre-Columbian history. The museum features the finest gold and silver collection from ancient Peru and the famous erotic archaeological collection, one of the most visited Peruvian tourist attractions. Peru is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. The variety of experiences your clients can experience here is unrivaled, from the exploration of the Amazonian jungle, the citadel of Machu Picchu, or the culinary excitement of the entire nation culminating in Lima.
We love Peru!